Welcome back to my channel, Nature Lovers. Today we are talking about tigers. Tigers are the largest of the big cats. They are considered to be endangered. They range from the Siberian tiger to the Bengal tiger. And we're going to be talking about both. But first, we need to understand some things. So there are 8 subspecies of tiger. The Bala, the Javan, the Caspian, the Siberian, the South China tiger, and of course the Sumatran tiger / Bengal tiger. So the Sumatran tiger is the smallest of the tigers, and they of course live in Sumatra. Then there is the largest of the tigers, which is the Siberian. But at the beginning of the 20th century, things are looking sort of okay. Eventually, though, we saw the extinction of the Bali tiger, followed by the Javan tiger and the Caspian tiger. They're gone. And we don't know yet. The ruling is sort of in and out on the South China. Probably extinct. There might be some in captivity that are not. My research shows that it's probably gone in the wild. So that basically leaves the Sumatran, the Bengal, and the Siberian. So let's talk about the cats. The Bengal in the wild, this guy's going to be feeding on deer, a type of wild cattle that lives in India. Is going to be feeding on wild boar, as well as a bunch of other stuff. Also important to know is that the Siberian tiger is a different type. It's still a tiger, but it lives more in its climate. The climate that it lives in is different. It's a little bit colder. They do have to deal with snow. They are bigger than the Bengal tiger. Let's see if I can find a good weight. How much? How much? And of course I can't find it. But let's at least let you in on the Bengal. So a male is going to be about over 8 feet in length and can weigh up to 265 pounds. So that's a good starting point. They are endangered. They are hunted for their fur. They're poached for their bones and other body parts. They also lose out on habitat. As rainforest is cleared or forest is cleared, they lose out on habitat. They, like I said, they are endangered. They're unfortunately not doing so well. We are doing pretty good jobs at keeping populations hopefully increasing. I'm trying to make sure that I'm covering everything that I wanted to cover. In the last 30 years, forests in Sumatra have dropped by 50%. So that gives you an idea just how bad things are. These guys are going to come into conflict with humans. That's another thing between livestock, because livestock is easier to get their hands on in some cases. So that is an issue as well. So now that we've talked about that, let's move on. I do have a footprint. I don't know how big this guy is or was, but this is my hand. I have a small hand. And my hand just, it fits like my whole hand. Those of you that know me in real life know that that doesn't say much. I don't know the history of the animal that was used to make this print. So now that I've talked about that, we're going to talk about this. This, of course, is a white tiger. It is a model or a toy, but for my purposes, it works. White tigers come about because of this. So, a little bit of genetics here. This is a recessive trait. Okay? So, in the wild, mom and dad breed or mate, and if there is a white tiger, chances are that this guy's not going to make it. Okay? Why that is because of the white. This provides camouflage, whereas the white it doesn't. Not saying that it doesn't happen where a white one might survive in the wild, but it reduces the likelihood of it. However, in captivity, there is another problem. Okay? White tigers, like I said, is a recessive trait. It does happen in the wild, like I said. However, in captivity, sometimes they are bred for this trait. So you might have mom and a white tiger bred together, which increases the likelihood, I would think, of having a match. Or you might breed white tiger with white tiger. But they can be bred in whatever circumstances that they're being bred in, and it just not working. It's not good. Some of it is done just for the purpose of having white tigers, not just because we want tigers. We should not be breeding an animal just for this trait. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Some people might agree with me, others may not. And also, in case you're wondering, you can breed lions with tigers and tigers with lions. I don't know how much that happens in the wild. Certainly, in some places, there are, in India, tigers and lions that might meet up. But, yeah. So that is my run on that. In case you're wondering, these are tiger replica teeth. That is the part that would be hanging out of the mouth or out of the gums. Again, I don't know the age of the animal that these were modeled after, so this would be, I think, upper and lower, or lower and upper. But that is our organism of the week. If you've learned something from this video, like it, subscribe, and click that notification bell. And if you have questions, if I haven't answered your question, leave it in the comments and I will get to it. With that, this is Nature Guy saying goodbye.